Welcome to Becoming a Better You podcast. I am your host, Coach Paul. While doing over a decade in prison, I faced many ups and downs, including losing my mom and stepdad to cancer and struggling with my drug and alcohol addiction. It took 9 years in before I was tired of the way I was living and decided to turn my life around. And now it's my mission to help others do the same. For the past 3 years, I've built an elite online fitness platform to help others gain control over their mindset, health, and fitness so that they can overcome all of life's obstacles. Join me as we tackle difficult challenges, overcome obstacles, share our health and wellness goals, and motivate each other through the process. Together we can grow, transform, and become better. Are you ready? Then let's go. All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Coach Paul, and welcome to another episode of Becoming a Better You podcast. I'm here with my boy, Zoon, right here. Zoon is an amazing videographer, photographer. He builds websites. You need your website built, you got to talk to him because he's going to hook you up. This is actually our first interview together, first one on camera as well, so super excited. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you're not going to see the video just yet, but it will be up on our YouTube channel, and you will find it in the future. So, for the time being, I just want to start off by just thank you for listening to the podcast episode and send it over to my boy Zoon. He's going to introduce himself and tell us a little bit more about himself.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Coach Paul, for the amazing introduction. This is actually my first time being on a podcast. And I would say like one of my first real time being on like video. And it's actually like shocking for me because usually I'm a very reserved person. And I know that now, especially in business, you can't hide behind your business anymore because I started my business recently, 1-2 Kraken. If you ask like, oh, why is it 1-2 Kraken? Do you want to get Kraken?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll work on the business name as we go, but I just want to prove to the world that like you don't need this. In the beginning, you don't need a crazy business name start. You just need to start and have massive action to get you where you want to go. Because, I started this business last July, and it's taking me places where I've never been before. And I'm new to photography, I'm new to videography, but I know how to grab the right people to me. Obviously, I don't ask for free labor, I pay for their time, but it helps me tremendously to get to the next level, like from shooting just JPEG picture to RAW and learn how to edit. I think if you give someone value and you ask for something back, it's always better. And it helps me get to where I want to go faster. Because if you look at my picture now compared to what I had before, it's definitely a world different.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I want to touch into something you said too. Like you said something really interesting about like how to grab people, right? And I'm a firm believer that like the more we're on the right path, the path we're supposed to be on in order to ensure success, and we're on the path that is going to get us to where we want to be, become better in all aspects of our lives, we start to have the people that are supposed to be in our lives gravitate towards us, right? And the people that are not supposed to be in our lives separate from us. Like you and I met by chance, right? But we've already connected. It's like our third time kicking it, right? we're already doing a podcast episode together.
I know, this is crazy,
right? And it's because like we're both on a similar path, right? Yeah. So we're on a similar path to making a difference in the world, changing the world, and helping the world become better. And the more you're focused on that path, the more those that are not on that path, the more those that are possibly an obstacle or in the way of that path, they go. They're like, bye Felicia, right? But the more that the people are supposed to be on that path, the individuals like ourselves, right? We're connecting like this, right? The more they get attracted to you, right?
Yeah, I cannot say like enough. That's so true because for me being in business, I've not been in business like more than a year, but I experienced, I would say there's a lot of people in the way. So it's either you're on the way or you're in the way, right?
Yeah.
And like,
on the way or in the way, I like that.
I'm telling you the reality. This is a shocker to me. I guess like the first couple months I delivered really good results. I crossed like I'm hitting 5 figures months.
Nice.
And I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. And then out of nowhere, I would say a lot of people that I forgot or we did cross paths, they start coming to me. But as you become more valuable, I see that a lot of people come and they're trying to take the value out of you. So you have to be careful on that. That's the way you can stay focused on where you're going. It's extremely hard to find good quality people to have around you, and people that want to push you to do better. Because I would say the state of the world right now, we're in like a really negative era.
Yeah, I agree.
The spirit of the moment, and it's like the crab bucket thing. Because like negative people wants to bring you down with them, but if you have too many people around you that are negative, you're going down too. It's actually really hard to rise up. But you surround yourself with good people like Coach Paul. He like motivates me like a lot. You know, when you work with whether you're friends or clients or business, you want someone that's like, you know, behind the scene cheering for you, want to see you succeed, because that's what you need. You don't need that negative energy of those people that just, you know, in front of you being nice and your back just like stabbing you. I experienced that too. Like this is like starting a business is like you realize the reality of the world is cutthroat, and it's never you know, I came from like I used to work for other people, right? I still have some projects like that, but your benchmark sometimes you're not measure, if that makes sense. So like if I go work for like a firm or I go work for a manager or something for some projects, the project could be done. He'd be like, oh yeah, good job, whatever. But you don't really know if you actually made the needle move forward. The thing in business is the results will speak for itself, because in business, the thing that will make if you know you're doing a good job or not, you just look at your bank account.
Yeah.
That's the fastest way.
You can look at your bank account. I think also a good thing you can look at too is just like, especially like with you and me, we're in service-based business, right? So when you're in a service-based business, the purpose of what you do is to serve others, to help others, right? So a great metric I find for myself, being able to see if I'm successful in business, is to see if my clients are getting results. And it doesn't always have to be like weight loss results. Like when clients send me a message, they're like, hey, Coach Paul, like this number on the scale didn't move, but I was at work today and I picked up heavier things than the guys that I work with, right? And I'm a 25-year-old female, like, you know, or hey, Coach Paul, you know, like the scale's not really moving, but dude, my clothes fit me better. You know, like my boy Joe was telling me the other day, he's all, man, my LDL, his cholesterol is down.
Healthy cholesterol.
His numbers are down, right? Or his HDL. His numbers are down, right? His numbers are down in a good way, right? His cholesterol is feeling better, right? And his clothes are fitting better.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, so bro, everywhere I go, people are like, hey man, what are you doing? You look good. You know? Like, that's for me, like, and for you, I know, like, with you, what you do, building websites and stuff, when your clients use your website and they make money off their website,
I get super happy.
Right?
Yes.
It's a good feeling, huh?
Shopify makes me happy. They'll give me reviews.
Nice.
And you're definitely right, because a product business, you know, you sell that product, sell a solution, not blah, blah, whatever. But a service business is more than just pushing a product, because the person that works with you has to like you. Because people only want to do, like in reality, people only want to do business with people they like. People only want to do business with people that they want to hang out with. Yeah. If that makes sense. It's a trust thing. It's a handshake thing. I don't know if you've seen the show Undercover Billionaire.
Is it kind of like Undercover Boss?
Kind of, but so basically they take a billionaire, they strip everything, give him just the name, take out their name, give him just a truck and a cell phone and $100. So within 90 days, they got to make $1 million business. If not, the penalty is to pay $1 million.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And you know what? Some of them actually did.
Yeah.
In 90 days. So one of them built like a $5 million business.
Yeah, that's when you know you have a good skill set, right? That's when you know what you do, or you know what you're doing, or you have a service or a skill set that can surpass the hardships.
I think it's the mindset and the service, and the business he was into was service.
Yeah.
And the way he got there was networking with the right people and adding value to the right people. You know, the first couple of times he was doing projects for free just so that person can introduce him to the next person that would do a bigger deal with him. Just, you know, the test of credibility, right? Because I would say a lot of people, or a lot of new business owner, including myself, like when you start, you think everything's gonna fall in place, everything's gonna be perfect. or you plan for like years or months or so, and when you start, you know, everything is not what you think it is, and it's the test of your character to keep going because nothing is gonna go right the first fucking year. I tell you that.
I mean, and that's why they say being an entrepreneur is not it's not for everybody. Like
Definitely.
you have to really be. And here's the reality of it. In order to be a successful entrepreneur, a successful businessman, you have to actually truly believe in what it is you're doing, right? Because when things get tough, and I tell this to my clients all the time, figuring out your why, being focused on why you're doing it. Okay, so if you're focused on why you want to build this business, why you want to help people, why you want to lose weight, why you want to do whatever marathon, half marathon, Spartan race, whatever, like why do you want to do what you're doing? Mm-hmm. Why intrinsically is it so valuable and important to you? Then the things that come up, the obstacles that come up, because we all have obstacles, we all have struggles. Nobody has more or less struggles. Like everyone's value of what is hard, what was hard for me might be easy for others, and what was hard for others might be easy for me. But we all have our own value for what is hard, right? Yeah. So being able to overcome that and being so focused on why you're doing what you're doing and why it's important, the hardships that come up, the difficult stuff that comes up, those things don't matter, right? Because you're so focused on the why, the how just happens.
I think that's so valid. Like you're, you know, third year in business.
Yeah, third year, yeah.
Like, I love the advice you give too, because Paul has been, you know, third year in business. I'm, you know, capping not even my first year yet. And the knowledge he gives is the trial and tribulation he already went through. And I take advice like from a lot of, you know, business owners like you because I'm seeing it happening in real time. Mm-hmm. And hearing something and seeing it happen in real time and not making that mistake is what's going to make me go further, faster to where I need to go. And I would say what got me started with this business, because I had a heartbreak. I had like, you know, I had a relationship that ended. The relationship was 7 year.
Oh, wow.
And it was, you know.
That's a long relationship.
Yeah. So I would say I was pretty broken.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, I was pretty broken, but
okay.
I noticed I was letting myself go. I did not look like this. I was like,
you didn't look all buff like this?
No, I was half of this.
If you're just listening to this, you guys don't know, but he's pretty buff.
I'm just wide, okay? I mean,
nah, my boy got it.
My chicken body counts is definitely good. One a day. But yeah, I remember like, you know, the relationship ended and I was really sad. I couldn't get out of bed for like I would say 2 weeks. Okay. And like
some depression going on?
Yeah, I was. Okay. It was not in reality. I was not in reality, I'll tell you.
Okay.
But in 2017, I actually started a brand called New Legacy.
New Legacy.
Woo woo. We'll pop it up somewhere right there.
Cool.
The brand started as a joke, right? So I put like, you know, when Conor McGregor was fighting Mayweather, he wore like the suit that says "FU" on it, and I was like, that's a cool design. So I just paid someone $30 to like mock up something. You know, it just says "FU" on it. Long but whole, I put it on Instagram. I put some ads against it. I only had 100 shirts. And I got it down to where it was only 33 cents per sale. I was selling for like $35 or so.
Nice.
So every time I give Instagram 33 cents, it would be a sale. And I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I thought, I was like, yeah, this makes sense. You know, I was in a marketing class. So I was in school.
Massive imperfect action.
Yes, I was in class.
Massive imperfect action. Okay.
I was in class, right? And out of nowhere, my phone was like ding, 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 ding. You know, like the Shopify sound. You will get to know.
I don't know it yet.
You're gonna know it. You're gonna know. But it's the
Shopify coming soon.
Yeah, Shopify sound, man. That sound.
Shopify.
It's the cha-ching sound, like you know the money sound.
I need that cha-ching sound. Okay, keep going.
All right, so I was in class. The teacher was, you know, being silly. I don't know, just teaching something that they don't. You know, most of the teacher in my college I went to. I'm not gonna say the name, but they don't really care about what they do.
Okay.
But when I heard that cha-ching sound, it was like tons of orders. Like ding, 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 ding. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, man. So I got that going on, and I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll create a mission behind it, because this might be something. The name New Legacy, I just came up with it. I thought it would just be something cool, because at first I saw this video called For the Love of Humanity. And it just talk about how in the modern world we like lost our ways. We were very cruel towards each other.
Yeah.
And the system that we're in kind of takes from the weak and just abuse, I would say, most of humanity.
Got it.
Yeah, globally, I would say. So the name in the beginning, I call it For Love of Humanity, Fit Love, right? But it doesn't sound as catchy. And I was like, okay, let me come up with something cooler. So, New Legacy.
Got it. Okay.
I was just running through names. And then I created a little brand behind it. For the first 4 months, we did, I would say, close to 20,000.
Nice.
And I hit up the local entrepreneur around my area.
Yeah.
I asked him, I was like, so you have a clothing brand. I'm brand new too as well. How can I get some fucking sales? Because, that shirt was like I would say it's a one-off. It was like, boom, done, sale, right?
Yeah.
And then the fight's over, the fight's over. And he was like, hey, man, have you ever thought about DMing people? And all I did was just go down my contact list, like on, Instagram, the followers, whatever. And I just started DMing people. And lo and behold, more sales.
It worked.
Yeah.
So if you guys get a DM, a random DM from Zoon, buy a shirt from them.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Or a website.
Yeah. We're doing both now. But it definitely worked. Like, if I didn't reach out to someone that's more experienced, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
That changed the trajectory a lot.
So what you're saying is you believe in reaching out to those, finding mentors, friends, coaches, individuals that can help you get to the next level in certain areas of your life.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
I believe, you know why? Basically, the coach, the mentor, they shorten your time frame by a lot.
Yeah.
And you know what?
You can get there in 10 years, you can get there in 2 years. You choose.
Exactly. And they already made out a mistake. It helps you not make the same mistake financially or business-wise.
Yep.
Because we all have to pay bills, so you want to get to where the money is.
Yeah.
To pay the bills, right?
Do you want to spend 10 years to make 10,000, or you want to spend 10,000 and get 20,000 in 2 years?
Exactly. And even like a
lot more than that though.
Yeah, I know. And it was great, but after the first 4 months, I got a letter in the mail. It said, "Hey, you're going on deployment." I was in the reserve at the time, and I didn't want to make any excuse or desert the mission. You know what I'm talking about? I would say, even for the deployment for my reserve unit, a lot of people didn't show up for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we have to supplement a lot of the our unit with active duty. So I would say, it's pretty interesting. But on a deployment, there was one quote. It's pretty crazy. I'm not in the Marines. I'm in the Navy.
Got it.
But Marines don't have medics, so they use Navy as their medics.
Got it. Okay.
But the quote one of the guys said was everybody wants to become a Marine until it's time to be a Marine.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
And there's another quote very similar. Everyone wants to be the king of the jungle until it's time to do what the king of the jungle has to do.
Yeah.
Right?
That's so true.
And that's the reality of it. And that's when we go back to talking about entrepreneurship, right?
Yeah.
We go back to it, and not just entrepreneurship, anything in life, school, exercise, work, just family, raising kids. Everybody wants to do. Everyone, I want to be a mom, I want to be a dad, until you have a baby and you're up all night and that baby's crying and pooping everywhere, and you got to deal with that. And then it's oh wow, what did I get myself into? And I think that's society as a whole is kind of stuck like that, right? Mm-hmm. Is where people. They have these grand schemes and ideas I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I want to do this, but when it's time to go do it, they're not able to do it, or they're not strong enough. Their mindset is not strong enough to accomplish it, right?
Yeah. And
that's where I think it's important to have mentors or guides or friends that have done it, or coaches, or I tell people all the time, why wouldn't you invest in your health? Why wouldn't you invest in your business? Why wouldn't you invest in your family? Mm-hmm. I pay a lot of money for my coaches, right? I pay a pretty penny,
mm-hmm.
to work with the coaches that I work with, to build my business, to teach me how to do better, to teach me how to coach better, right? Because I'm on a mission to impact hundreds of thousands of people, and I know you are too, right?
Yeah.
And I want to talk about your.
Oh, sure.
I want to talk about that mission, right? Because I know I think that's important for the audience to hear.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you know what? This might be the official announcement. I was gonna make an announcement video this week, but I'm making it here.
Well, this podcast doesn't come out for
I know.
for a while. So he might have already announced it by now.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to talk about it too, we don't have to talk about it. But
we talk about it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
But like, so it's important to make an impact in the world, right? And I think that. That boils down to like what I tell people all the time. Like, if you're not willing to invest time, energy, and effort into something, it's not that important to you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I hear people say, I want to lose weight. Cool. Go to the gym, eat healthy. If you need help, hire a coach. You can hire me. If you don't want to hire me because you don't like me, cool. I know a bunch of great coaches out there. Yeah. Who do you need? You need a female? You need a male? Does it have to be black? Does it have to be white? Mm-hmm. Trans? I don't care who you want to work with.
As long as you move forward.
Yeah, find someone to help you. Right? Yeah. I'd love to help you. And here's the thing too. I had a conversation with someone the other day. I actually had to fire one of my clients the other day. Right? And I gave him his money back. Well, I gave him half his money back because I already done a lot of work, right? But I said, look, man, you're not a good fit for my program. Mm-hmm. Right? Like this is not gonna work. And so like that, and that's the thing that like we gotta like the understanding that if you need help, you gotta find the person that can help you, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's important. Like it goes back to what you're just talking about, right? Like like if everyone wants to be a Marine until it's time to do what Marines do.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a Marine because I don't want to go swim through no water and kill nobody. Like I'm cool.
Yeah.
But I want to be an entrepreneur, right? Yeah. And so does that mean I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning and do what I got to do all day long and work 12-hour shifts and be not just the coach but also the janitor and the bookkeeper and the secretary and like write the posts and make the videos and and eventually for me as my business is growing, I start to connect with different people, right? And I start to make these connections with people that help me with certain areas, and that's what it's all about. It's all about that growth, like that's what this podcast is about, becoming a better you. Like it's all about just becoming better, I actually did a post today on Instagram, and I was talking about that if you spent 100 hours a year, which comes out to 18 minutes a day, on a specific task or a specific skill set, working on something, you are better than 95% of the other people in the world doing it.
Oh wow.
Right? So if you spend 18 minutes a day working out or working on like learning about nutrition, I'll use myself as an example. I spend 30 minutes a day working on fitness or nutrition focused education and 30 minutes a day minimum working on business information, knowledge on my business, growing my business, right? And I do this every single day. So I spend a minimum of an hour educating myself on skill sets that are going to help me be a better coach and serve my clients better, but also help me grow in my business, right? And help me excel in what I'm doing, right? And so I do this for a whole year. I'm better than 95% of the people out there that are doing it.
No, I could contest. You're right. This man posts every day.
Every day. Without fail.
Without fail.
Even if the post sucks, I still post it. Right?
He is consistent. And I think consistency in any like discipline, you're the person that will show up. You're the person that will last. You're the person that will convert and get the sale or get the client that needed. Because the stamina is... I saw how much you have to post. I love it. It's just... It's like clockwork.
Dude, I'm on a run right now. Twice a day right now.
Yeah, you're clockwork.
I'm burning the candle on both ends, but I'm trying to impact hundreds of thousands of people. So interesting enough, like I just hired a guy to help me with my videos.
Yeah.
Right? To edit them for me. So now I make the videos and send them to someone else, right?
I love it because it's so much, like the quality is different, it's cleaner. Yeah. And then that will boost your brand image by a lot.
Yeah. And the more I boost my brand image, the more people I can help. Like that's what it boils down to. Like someone asked me like, oh, why do you post so much? I said, because every time I post, I have an opportunity to help one person.
Yeah.
If every post I put out helps one person, and I post twice a day, that's 2 people per day, right? And I do that 365 days, right? That's 730 people. I did the math real quick. Believe it or not, I can count, right? Yeah. 730 people I could help in 1 year. And that's a minimum. Right? Because I also have all my clients. I also have people I come across in life. It's like, how else am I gonna? I want to impact and help over 100,000 people. That's the goal. Hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
Before I die.
Wow.
And I'm planning on dying anytime soon, man. I'm grinding hard to stay alive for a long time. Now, I want you to tell us how you're helping. You want to help people.
Okay. So, all right. So, I went to a
drum roll, please.
So, I can't remember. It's 2017, 2018. I went to a Tony Robbins seminar.
Oh yeah.
It's probably one of the best experience I've had.
Yeah.
At any event.
How many days are your seminars?
Oh man, that one was like a week.
A week? Okay, cool. I mean, I might be willing to take a week off of work for that.
Yeah. And the story he tells, a lot of his staff there was volunteers too.
Yeah.
So in terms of a business point of view, it's good money. Okay, that's the street, typical day.
Yeah.
But in terms of business-wise, a lot of staff there was volunteer, and they love how they could impact other people too as well.
Yeah.
And it was definitely crazy. And what he was doing, like every ticket he sell, a portion of it goes to Feeding America. Feeding America is like one of the biggest food bank in America, and they're like the one that takes the food from the farmer that donated or so, and they distribute it to the local food banks around the areas. And there's this, I'll link the video somewhere, but he made a really good video and how like he helped start giving out food to people because he grew up from a poor family too as well.
Yeah.
And I would say I grew up from a relatively poor family. I remember like going to school. So back a little bit more. I was not born in America. I was actually born in Vietnam.
Got it. Okay.
I came to the U.S. when I was 8 because
Okay.
my grandfather fought on the U.S. side during the Vietnam War. It was a culture shock to come over to America.
I bet.
I didn't know people here were much more materialistic than I've ever seen at 8.
Yeah,
But
that's crazy.
Growing up, I was struggling a lot because like my family, we just don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
We just always like trying to make it. I never get new clothes, or here and there or so. But I think, I used to be made fun of by other kids for wearing the same thing to school every day. Man, I was like,
Kids are tough.
Yeah, it was so humiliating. I was so sad because I thought, moving from Vietnam to the U.S., I thought, we'd do better here. We are, but I would say we got to aim higher, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I always have a chip on my shoulder on that. And even in high school, I was hustling. I was selling chocolate bars.
There we go.
to get like Xbox games and stuff.
A local chocolate bar seller, man. He's a hustler from day one.
Yeah, that's kind of my story. I love business, and I love giving back to people, and I want to help out the people that were in my situation before. Because when I was growing up, a lot of our food were also from food banks.
Yeah.
My mom just grabs
I
it.
can relate to that.
Yeah. So it's just the struggle.
Yeah.
But in 2017, we donated a decent amount of money to Feeding America. I calculated it was about 15,000 meals. When I did before I even started New Legacy, I always wanted a project where I give back to the community. But when I was doing like another project, giving back meals with another like smaller business I started, it cost me like between $3 to $8 to give out meals, and that's like way too much. I want to like impact a little bit more. So like the coaching we talk about, like the mentor we talk about, you want to funnel the money where whoever is in that domain is the most effective, and Feeding America is the most effective. I believe so at this time. And then the one cool thing I want to do that I always thought about is I want to run from LA to New York. And,
Yes, he said LA to New York. He's going to run.
Yes.
Okay, you guys heard that, right?
I'm going to run. So I'm excited.
You're going to sprint.
I'm a sprint, crawl, walk, everything.
So you make it happen.
I'm going to make it happen because that gives me a chance to promote New Legacy.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be a clothing brand. Anyone could make a clothing brand.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make it like a brand, like an idea.
A movement.
A movement.
Yeah.
New
Love
Legacy.
it.
It's
Yep.
just like you creating your new legacy right now.
Yes, sir.
And I already got some donors already. Actually, it's kind of cool. But we want to raise enough capital to donate to Feeding America. I want to do 1 million meals on that run. It's going to be a 6-month run from LA to New York. So we got to figure out the RV situation. I kidnapped my cousin, adopted him.
Yeah.
He's gonna be supporting me.
Nice. Nice.
So I'm looking for a videographer. So I have one in sight that I'm about to kidnap to take with me, and also maybe a personal trainer. You know, so we'll see. We'll see.
If I didn't have 2 kids at home, I'd come with you, man. I don't think my girlfriend would be very happy about it. Like, well, babe, I'll see you in 6 months. Love you.
Yeah, but I think that something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like dealing with a lot of business owners over the last couple months, I would say a lot of business owners are pretty boring. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I would not buy from this person because they're just so boring. They're just selling something that's.
So do you feel like they're boring because they don't like what they're doing?
Yeah, they don't like what they're doing. They're not
passionate
about their project.
Got it.
And they're just pushing for numbers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have to be.
They want to make the sale and they want to make income. They don't want to make.
They don't care about the consumer,
People.
end user. They just want to push that sale.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I'm more of a passionate person, so I want to. Whatever I sell, I have to believe in it.
Yeah, for sure.
I use it. I believe in it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's just a good model to push out. But for any brand to have like the owner do something crazy like that, like, you know, I'm planning the process right now. We got some local sponsor. I'm super happy. And then if we can get the 501c through Feeding America, all the money that they donated to me on this project, they get a tax write-off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hit business owner because they need a tax write-off.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's free marketing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. And like when, you know, Kraken, we built a website, photo, video, and when I was doing a project a couple weeks ago at Subaru, I get to meet the one Subaru owner, Devin. He was super cool. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'll hook you up. When you fucking do your run, I'll sponsor you." I was like, "Damn, that's crazy."
Nice.
Because he opened a new gate for me. I didn't think about it. I was like, "Oh, I gotta sell merch to fund this project." But if I collaborate, you know, like how we talk about reach out to the right people.
Yeah.
That project will probably be completed, you know, the funds. We gotta make it across first to get the funds. But before I even step off.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. And it's just putting, you know, finding the right people in the right places to take you where you need to go. Yeah, it's definitely something. And I can't wait to, like, do the run. Like, I would say life after the military is pretty boring.
Yeah.
So I get bored very fast.
So if you're a business owner or you got a bunch of extra cash you just want to spend on a good cause, let's reach out to Zoon and support this run across America for Feeding America.
Yeah. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So yeah, we just got to make it into March next year and do our crazy run. And then
You can do the run in March next year?
Yes, March to September.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm planning that as, you know, it's not going to be too icy. It's not going to be too cold.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And that gives me a chance to build a cool company and give back with the company as well. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Well, we got some good things coming from Zoon in the very near future. Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to say to the audience before we close out?
I just want to say shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
man,
for showing up. Like, you know, I reached out to you through Instagram, through a good, you know, person, and you helped me a lot. Like, you show me, hey, this is possible. You guys put your time in. You know, when you start any project, a lot of people, they give up within the first 30 days or 90 days.
Yeah.
Because they don't have somebody there that's like, hey, to yell at them, hey, just a little bit more.
Yeah. Same with fitness.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, just having great people around you that cheer for you, behind your back, in front of you, it's gonna make a big difference. Cause that energy, it transfer. That frequency, it transfer.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Where can they find you?
So you could check out my Instagram. It's Zoon, Zoon, and then period. My last name Nguyen, Nguyen. And then if you look in the bio, there's Kraken and then New Legacy. You could check out the profile. But primarily, I'm just working on my personal brand right now at zoon.win.
And we'll also have his Instagram handle and everything in the show notes. That way, make it easy for you. You can just, if you didn't write that down while he was talking, you can go and just click on the show notes and go go follow him. Seriously, if you guys need a website done, he's definitely the guy to talk to.
I'm a Shopify partner.
Partner. You need a website that can make you some money.
Yeah,
he's
so
the guy to talk to.
We care about conversion more than a beautiful website because people have tremendous ADHD right now. So as long as you can convert, that's what matters.
Yeah, for sure.
At the end of the day, it's conversion.
Nice. Well, Zoon, thanks for having you on the show.
Thank you.
And for those of you listening, go ahead and find Zoon there, and his information will be on the show notes. I want to thank you all for joining today's episode of Becoming a Better You podcast. I love and appreciate you all. I'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you for tuning in to the Becoming a Better You podcast. If you found value in today's episode, I'd love it if you'd share this podcast with someone you care about. If you appreciate the message I'm sharing, please give me a quick review and 5-star rating. This helps to spread the message further. And make sure to follow me on Instagram, _coach_Paul. With that being said, peace and love to all. I will catch you on the next episode.